Brownie, it's story time. Oh, it's story time. Oh, we're a day behind again. I know. Are you ready? Countdown to Christmas. We're going to go with December 17th and 18th because today's the 18th. Okay, here we go. December 17th. Dear Mrs. Claus, Snoopy was sitting on top of his doghouse. His typewriter was set up and ready to go, with a fresh piece of paper in it. Usually he used his typewriter to write chapters of the great American novel, but today he had a different kind of writing in mind. He was going to write the great American letter to Santa Claus. His friend Woodstock was there too, ready to help Snoopy make it the most perfect letter Santa had ever received. Dear Santa Claus, Snoopy began to type. It sounded like a pretty good start to him, and he was about to go on to the next sentence when he heard chirping from Woodstock. Woodstock wanted Snoopy to go in a more formal direction. Snoopy decided to give it a try, and so he put a new piece of paper in the typewriter and used the greeting, Dear Mr. Claus, instead of Dear Santa Claus. Woodstock started chirping again. Dear Mr. Claus wasn't quite what Woodstock had in mind. After all, what if Santa spoke French? So Snoopy took out another new piece of paper and fed it through the typewriter. This time he wrote out Dear Monsieur Claus at the top of the letter instead of Dear Mr. Claus. Woodstock began to chirp again and Snoopy sighed. Then Snoopy took the piece of paper out of the typewriter. This time, instead of throwing it out, he rolled it up into a tube. Dear Monsieur Claus. He put the tube of paper around Woodstock, who chirped in surprise. Then Snoopy fed a new piece of paper in the typewriter and wrote, Dear Santa Claus. It was a perfect start to the great American letter to Santa Claus, after all. Now what else should I write? Snoopy asked Woodstock. Woodstock began to chirp with all kinds of ideas. Wonder what kind of ideas he had. What do you want first? What do you want Santa to bring you? You've got all kinds of presents. Yes, you do. They're all hidden because you'll open them up. I know. If I put them under the tree, you pull them out and open them. Okay, now we are ready for today's story, December 18th. The Candy Cane Mystery. Sally and her friend Eudora had a fun day planned. They were going to decorate Sally's Christmas tree. Hi, Eudora, Sally said when her friend arrived. Hello, Sally, Eudora replied. Thanks so much for inviting me over. I brought you a special decoration for your tree. Thanks, she explained. Oh, I love it, Eudora. Oh, I love it. Eudora had given Sally a Christmas ornament. It was shaped like a gingerbread cookie. A cookie? Eudora and Sally got right to work decorating the tree. They strung garlands of popcorn and cranberries and hung ornaments and candy canes and tinsel. All this hard work is making me hungry, Sally said. Want to go have a snack? She asked Eudora. Thank you, Sally, Eudora said. I could use a snack. I have hockey practice soon. Sally and Eudora headed to the kitchen. They had crackers with peanut butter and apples. They were so busy enjoying their snacks that they didn't notice Snoopy and Woodstock sneaking into the living room. A few minutes later, the girls were ready to finish decorating the tree, but something about the tree looked different. Hey, Sally shouted. Where did all the candy canes go? Eudora shook her head. That is very strange, she said. They were just here a few minutes ago. I could have sworn it. The two friends looked under the tree, on the floor, and even under the couch cushions, but the candy canes weren't anywhere. Just then they heard music coming from outside. Maybe Charlie Brown is outside, Sally said. He can help us look for the candy canes. But when they went outside, Charlie Brown wasn't there. Snoopy was, though, and so were Woodstock and some of his bird friends, and so were the candy canes. Snoopy, Sally shouted. What are you doing with my candy canes? Snoopy grinned and did a tap dance. What am I doing, he thought. Practicing for my Christmas musical, of course. Was that a good story? Hmm? Did you go steal the candy canes off my tree or our tree? That was the countdown to Christmas. Guess what, baby? Tomorrow is December 19th. We're almost done with our book. Yes, we are almost done with our book. And you know what that means? It is almost Christmas time. Yes, it is. And do you know how many presents you have? And do you know how many presents are coming tomorrow? You have 4 presents coming tomorrow, and you already have like, what is there? There's probably like 8 presents already wrapped for you. Yeah, you're going to have fun opening all those, aren't you? All right, sweetie, guess what? It's almost bedtime. Do you want supper? Hmm? You want supper? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Hmm? You gotta go potty? Wanna go outside? Okay, sweetie. All right, tell everybody good night. Say good night, everyone.